Hello, in this simple video, I'll show you how to smooth skin in Photoshop simply and easily. So in order to understand this, we are going to be using frequency separation as a skin retouching technique. So simply come to the background layer and create two copies by dragging and creating two copies from the background layer. So drag and drop on the new layer icon to create two separate copies from the background image. Then double click on the name this to color, and double click on the middle layer. Simply name this layer to texture. So after renaming these layers, come to the color layer, select it and turn off the texture layer. Then you're going to come to filter and you're going to come to blur and come to Gaussian blur. Take the radius slider down and you click on an area that seems to have more skin details than the rest of the image. So this area has more skin textures than the rest of the image. Start taking up the radius slider. So click and drag and stop at the point whereby these textures are just starting to disappear from the image. So at about 9, that is when I'm just starting to lose out on the skin details. So 9, that is when I'm just starting to lose out on the details in the skin, and click OK. But you have to ensure that you can still see the rest of the skin details. So after that, come to the texture layer and now activate it. Then we are going to come to image, come to apply image. The source, leave it the way it was meant to be. Then layer, select the color layer because we want to subtract the textures from the color layer. Come to channel, make sure it is set to RGB. Blending has to be set to subtract. The scale is 2, offset 128, and you'll see the textures on this gray layer. Come and click OK. Change the blend mode from normal and change it to linear light. So after this, press shift and click on this other color layer, and after selecting both layers, drag these two layers and put them in a group like that. So you can rename this to frequency separation. Once you have done that, simply come and open up the group and select the color layer, and after that come and get the lasso tool. So this is the lasso tool, and after getting the lasso tool, make sure it is in this new selection mode. Make sure the feathering is 20 pixels and alias is selected, and come and start making shapes or drawing over the skin. So click and hold like this and make a selection on the skin like this. So after making a selection on the skin area, simply come to filter and come back to blur and come to Gaussian blur. So when you come to Gaussian blur, it will bring back the initial radius that you use for your frequency separation. So with this, just simply click on the radius slider and drag it up or forward and stop at the point where you're getting a very nice skin texture for your kind of image. So I'll just drag this to around, I feel like 30 is okay for this kind of image. You can see the texture looks nice and natural. So I'll click OK. Then after this, to deselect the active selection, simply click away from the selection to deselect it. Then come and make another selection over the skin. Keep out from selecting the eyebrows or even the hair and some of the edges of the image. Come back to filter, come to blur and come to Gaussian blur, and it's going to bring back the initial radius that you used for previously. Click OK. So in case you're not comfortable with the texture or results, you can drag this radius either forward or backward until when you feel like the skin detail is what you prefer. Click OK once again. So just come to the nose area. So when it comes to the nose, don't select the whole nose, just apply it on only the dark area of the nose. So just apply the Gaussian blur like that. Click OK. Then come to other areas that you may not have selected, like the chin rather, and come to filter, come to blur, come to Gaussian blur, click OK. So in case the effect is too much in a given area, right click on the selection and come to fade Gaussian blur, and you can reduce on the opacity or the effect in that given area. So I'll do this for the rest of the skin. So you can say neck area, come to filter, blur, come to Gaussian blur, and click OK. So you can see the skin is now getting to look smooth. So don't forget these small or tiny areas. filter, blur, Gaussian blur, click OK. So you can see right now we have gotten the skin to look better and a little bit smooth. So in case you're still having a little bit of patches regarding the skin tones, you can simply come to the brushes and get the mixer brush tool. And for the settings, make sure the hardness is set to 0, soft round brush is selected, clean brush is selected, and this second option, that is clean brush after each stroke, is also selected. The weight is 9%, load 75%, mix is 90%, flow is 100%, and make sure sample all layers is not checked. And for this step, we just want to blend the skin tone. So reduce on the size of the brush. So to blend, you simply click and hold down, and you blend colors in the skin tone just like that, to try to remove some of the bumps in the skin color or in the skin tones. And this is going to help you achieve better results. So this is more of a fine-tuning step. So blend the colors alone. So blend like this, and like this. So you can see when it comes to the nose, you can even get a very small brush and blend. So basically, we are blending the midtones alone, the highlights alone, and the shadows alone. And where these colors are transitioning from one color to another, you can use a very small size of the brush. And by the way, to increase or reduce on the size of the brush, you can use the open and close square bracket keys on the keyboard to reduce on the size of the brush depending on how big or how small the area that you want to work on is. So you can see the mixer brush tool is going to make the image even look better. So after blending the areas that still had a little bit of unmatching colors in the skin tone, especially the tiniest areas that we may have not been able to access while using the lasso tool, you can see the before, after. So it is time to remove the pimples or blemishes from the model's skin. Pimples are part of the textures. Simply come to the texture layer and select it, and come to the tools right here and select the clone stamp tool. And after selecting the clone stamp tool, make sure for the settings the hardness is set to 0, the mode is normal, opaque at 100%, flow at 100%, aligned is checked, and the sample is set to current layer. Once you have done that, simply zoom in by using Command plus on the keyboard. So zoom all the way in. So for example, to remove this pimple in this area, I'll have to copy clean skin near the pimple by pressing Option for Mac, alternate for Windows, Option, and click on a clean area near the pimple, and release the Option key on the keyboard and simply left click or click over the pimple to cover the pimple with clean skin. So keep on doing this for the rest of the pimples or blemishes in the image to try to get a cleaner skin without pimples or blemishes. So take your time. So you have to keep on pressing the alternate key on the keyboard, or one finger should be on the Option key on the keyboard, so that you can keep on sampling from different areas that have different colors regarding skin color or skin tone. So take your time as you're trying to remove all the blemishes from the model's skin, and as you can see, you are going to be able to clear or remove all these skin imperfections regarding pimples and unwanted skin details or skin textures without leaving any kind of patches in the model's skin. So I'll remove all these unwanted pimples and blemishes from the model's skin like this, and you can see how simple frequency separation is. So I'll press Option and continue removing all these unwanted skin blemishes or textures or pimples and acne. So after this, Command minus to see if in case I have left out some areas regarding this blemish removal process. So you can see what we have been able to achieve. So let's see the overall before and after for the skin retouching using frequency separation. So you can see the image before, and after. We have retained the skin details in the image while getting a beautifully and nicely retouched photo. So this is how you can simply understand frequency separation from the very start to the very end in the shortest time possible. And I hope you have enjoyed and learned something new from this video. Ronix from Ronnixphotography. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in 8 more videos on this channel. Don't forget to keep practicing and as well keep creating.